All right, so ladies, welcome here tonight. I have Susanne Shipley. Susanne is married to Lloyd Shipley, and Lloyd is one of our elders. And Susanne is just one of my dear people that's in my life, and she always has words of wisdom. So Susanne, how is it going with you in the virus? Because I know you have two children that work in the healthcare field, and they're right on the front lines.
Well, thank you. And yes, I do. I have two children working in the healthcare industry. And the blessing is that they are still working and still being able to provide food and shelter for their families.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, as a mom, you always worry about your children no matter what age they are. And mine are in their 30s, and you still are concerned, you know, about them every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, Michael, he works, is a Dallas fireman, and he is working 24-hour shifts and with the public.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie also is in a hospital in the Dallas area, and she works 12-hour shifts, and she's working with the public on every shift. So, you know, as a mom, you're worried about, you know, what could happen. But what I do is, I think about those blessings, and I think about, you know, the other times that I've been through a crisis, like through a death of a child, suicide in our family, heart attacks, depression, cancer, and you think, you know, what has gotten me through those in the past? And it has been my prayer life and studying God's word and you know, focusing on Jesus is what has made a difference in times of crisis. So I think of the Bible verses that I've relied on, and you know, the one that comes to mind, you know, during this has been Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. And so I believe in God's word, and I studied God's word since I was a child, and I look back through my studies that I'm currently in, and I've made my list of pandemic verses that are going to help me through this crisis too. And I'd like to share a few of those if I can with you. And my first one I chose because in January, when I bought my journal,
Mm-hmm.
it has Joshua 1:9 on the front of it, and it says, "Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." And that was one I chose for my list. And another one that I chose was one where I was reading last night, and it says, "Have mercy on me, O God. Have mercy on me. For in you my soul takes refuge. I take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed." And that's Psalm 57:1.
57.
Psalms 57:1. And I thought, I like the visual of, you know, taking refuge in the shadow of God's wings. And then my last verse that I chose was Deuteronomy 31:6. "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of this virus. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." And again, that was Deuteronomy 31:6. Thank you, Susan, for inviting me to share with you today.
Susanne, thank you. And we will post those verses below so that people can know exactly, again, what you said. And I love those verses. And thank you for this reminder.
Well, thank you for having me. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.